Hey, what's up you guys? It's Scott with Everyday Home Repairs, and today I'm going to show you how to remove a vanity from your bathroom. So this will include the vanity base, the top, the faucet, and then also how to disconnect the plumbing end of it. And also how to disconnect the plumbing connections. If you're taking this project on by yourself, doing a little DIY, weekends, nights, and just updating one of your bathrooms, I think that's awesome, as this is the best way, especially as this is one of the best ways to add value to your home. The vanity that I have is 62 inches wide, which is a little different. Usually vanities nowadays come in 60 and 72 inches. So I still need to figure out, but what I'm trying to do is swap out this single sink base with a lot of counter space on the one side to a dual sink base. But today it's all about just removal and how to do that without making more work for yourself. So let's jump into it and show you how. I'm going to take this mirror off quick, and it has mounting clips. If you have one similar and you want to remove it, there is a video right here in the upper right hand corner that will give more details on how to safely remove this type of glass. Now if you've been watching HGTV, you probably got your sledgehammer ready and want to go to work. I'm taking a little different tack here. I'm actually going to remove the front side without a sledgehammer so I don't create more damage and just more work for myself later on. So I'm just going to unscrew the hinges and get everything off the front side. This will make accessing and seeing the plumbing easier for the next step. So before we take the vanity top off, we're going to need to undo our drain line. And just a warning, there can be some nasty stuff in here. And undo the cold and hot water lines. Now you should have shut-off valves at your water lines, whether they're quarter turn water valves like these or a multi-turn, which is more common like this one. You can just shut those off at the sink base. Shut those down. If there's no leaks, then you can take these lines off. But in my case, I do not have shut-off valves. So I need to turn off my main water disconnect, and then I'm going to install these little caps. And if you want more information on these caps, I do have an additional video. You'll see the link there where it shows you what caps to get, and then also the flat washers to install so it makes sure that these don't leak. Because I need to cap these so I can turn the main water valve back on while I'm doing the rest of the work. So once you're ready and you know that the water is going to be shut off, whether it's shut off here or at your main water line, make sure you have a tray or something underneath to catch any water as you undo the lines. It is good to open up the handles on your faucet, and then that usually will let out the last remainder of the water in those lines. Okay, so now we'll move on to the drain. I'm just gonna remove this P-trap portion. Now again, I warned you, this is kind of gross, so I would have some paper towels available. Now I am going to install these caps. Again, you're probably not in a similar scenario, so you can just keep your valves shut off. If you want to know how to install shut-off valves here, if you don't have some, you can check out this video right up in the corner, and that will show you how to remove a fitting like this and then install a new shut-off valve so you can turn the water supply off at the vanity. So now we'll move on to removing the vanity top, and I'll do that just with a few tools. So a razor blade, a painter 8-in-1 or 10-in-1 tool, and possibly a hammer. What I'll do is I'm going to cut any of the silicone or caulk that would be on the side splashes or end splash, because I want to disconnect as much as possible away from the drywall, so it's just much easier to lift the vanity top off. So I'll jump in and do that now. Okay, so now I have my side splashes off, and I made sure there's no silicone or any attachment between the vanity top backsplash and the wall. All of our plumbing is disconnected, and now really the only thing holding it in is between the vanity top and the vanity, there might be a bead of silicone, depending on how they installed it. So now you can get a feel by pulling up on the front edge and seeing if everything breaks loose. Yep, and mine does, so this is ready to come off. All right, so now for removal, this is best, especially if you have a large, like 60 or 72 inch, to have a two-person job. But if you're gonna do it by yourself, make sure you got gloves on and take your time, so don't get in too much of a hurry. All right, now with the vanity top off, you can kind of see what we're working with. And although my total width was 62 inches, I actually only have a standard size 36-inch vanity base here. And then there's just a small extension put on, which was kind of like a makeup station. So most vanities are really just sitting on the ground, and then they're secured by usually a screw or two going to the back wall into a stud. So I see one here that I need to remove, and then I do have one off to the side as well. So just look for those mounting screws, remove those, and then check out your plumbing. So my water lines, the covers I need to take off, and then this drain line is actually, for me, it's coming in from the side, which is uncommon, probably 95% of the time, and you guys are facing, you got a drain line coming out the back. So as long as you have clearance there, you have the screws out of the studs, you can start to see if the vanity will actually come out of place. And if yours is in good condition, but it's just not your style, I would encourage you to keep this whole and put it on Facebook Marketplace or something for free. Somebody could reuse that and be of value to them. Maybe you have like a Habitat for Humanity, a restore, where they resell things like this in the store. So if it's in great shape, it's just not your style, try to keep it intact, and then somebody else can get some value out of it going forward. All right, so now I should be able just to remove the vanity with a little work and effort and get it out away from the wall. All right, so that didn't go quite as easy as I was hoping. I have carpet in this that we're removing in this part of the bathroom. So I'm just gonna actually pop off the sides, pop off the front, and then just take this out of here in pieces. All right, so that finishes up this project. The vanity is completely removed, and more importantly, there's no additional drywall damage, and the plumbing's all in good shape, ready for the next vanity. Each one of these jobs can be a little different, so feel free to jump down in the comments. I'm in there on a daily basis and would be happy to help you if you have any questions specific to your project. And before you take off, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, as we have weekly videos coming out on projects like this to help you around the house, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.